Well, I'm trying. Let me see what's going on.
1 second, please. Audio was really bad.
Really bad or couldn't hear at all?
Randy says really bad. Should we jump over to medial?
Um, let's just get someone else. Deandra, there's also a vibrating sound in the background.
You don't get that from me on your side, do you?
I'm not hearing that at all, so...
Then let's go there and that's my fault for not testing properly. We'll have to come back and try it again.
Okay, let me get in first. Give me a second. Oh.
We will be with you in one moment.
All right. Give me 1 second.
Am I back? Are we all good?
You will be in one moment. There you go. You're up on the screen.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening again. We're back. Brandon and I will wait for everybody to come through here. And I don't think you're hearing me fine on your end, right? Because then it's not an output to me issue, Brandon?
Correct, yeah.
And that's what it is. And so we will figure all this out just momentarily. Give us a quick little blip. Echo like a lot. Okay, no echo. And we're back. Whew. Apologies for that. We were trying a different setup. Somebody's fault. This guy right here. I slept in, even though this is a 7:30 start. So what time is it? 6:30, 7 o'clock start. I am worse off today than I was when it was a 4:30 start. Just because I've been up until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning every day this week in trial prep mode. So I am wiped out. But I'm excited for this one for a number of reasons. There are so many different little storylines to this one. If you missed the story and if you don't know why Brennan and I are both wearing last year's gold jerseys, is Sheffield Wednesday protesting. Had a bit of a controversy if you were following along on Twitter. Sheffield Wednesday messaging Wrexham and saying, hey, we, as the fans, the supporters trust, saying we would like to bring a poster or posters to protest our ownership group. What do you say about that? And Wrexham AFC said, no, not allowed to. Political connotations, completely forgetting Wrexham's history. And the fact that Sheffield Wednesday was one of the bigger supporting clubs when we were going through it back in the day with Mr. Hamilton. There was an uproar on Twitter, rightfully so. And as a consequence, Wrexham did an about face and said, yeah, they can bring their poster, and so they've requested of the fans to wear the gold, black and gold, until we're sold, all because of Chansiri, who is trying to sell it for 3-4 times the valuation of the club. A second sideline, and this is just a sidebar for me. It's a personal one. Is my wife's uncle Alan, who unfortunately passed 5 years ago now. Massive Wednesday fan. He would have got a chuckle out of this one, having a Canadian being a supporter of a club, any club to be fair, taking on his Owls. I would have been chirped to high hell. Lived in Rotherham. Massive personality, big tattoo on the back of his leg, and so was thinking him all week. He's got a picture of him with my eldest in the bedroom as a reminder and a tribute to him. So thoughts to him. So on a personal note, that's another one. And for all of you Canadians, this one's interesting. One of their starters, their striker today. I didn't know if we'd see him or not. Ike Ugbo. Ugbo has been the failed hope for the Canadian men's national team, and I think that you can say that. He came in like gangbuster, thought he was going to be something special, and he just has never turned out, never panned out. And his career, I think this is his last gasp to be sort of an opportunity in the top divisions of Europe at Wednesday. And so we'll see how he does. All sorts of pace, but not the hardest worker on the planet. He's a beast. See, I don't think he is anymore. He was supposed to be a beast, but I think he's been passed over by about 2 or 3 other people. But it'll be interesting to see Ike Ugbo. Watch me eat my words and have him have some cracking game and all of a sudden find his form, because he hasn't had it in forever. Stephen Reed, let's go Owls. Ew. As long as they're survival, yes, I can give you that, but it'll be a good one. It's interesting to see Stephen with the Let's Go Owls. Brandon, I haven't said how are you, introductions and all that sort of stuff, and how's your week been, my friend?
Excellent. Got through a lot of stuff I had to at work. I had to, it wasn't the legal bar, but I had to go take some security certifications, and one of those you have to go to a facility where they make you take everything out of your pockets, wand you down. You have to go into a isolation room and 4-hour test. Oof, but I passed.
Sounds joyous. So good. Congratulations.
Yes.
That's a big deal. Not gonna lie. And so congratulations for that one. I thought when you said it's not a bar, I thought you were just hitting up and into the sauce.
No, I didn't want yeah, tell me about it. No, I just didn't want to try to compare it to what it is that you had to pass to do your job.
It's to be fair, Canada is much different than the United States in the sense that our bar, we filter getting into law school. We have far less spots. So you pay the money, you're almost guaranteed to pass the bar once you go through law school. It's not like the US where you guys take all sorts of cash off of people to go to school, and then only a much smaller percentage end up actually passing the bar. But in any event, we could probably go through the rosters, the lineup. To be fair, because I was doing document reviews until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't have anything other than to say Ike Ugbo is going to be playing for them. Sheffield Wednesday reminder, on a trade embargo, they've got financial problems all over. This is one that we should win. And you can see the black and gold jerseys out. Why can't I hear anything through my phone today? That's mildly concerning. I don't know if the audio is working. Somebody else will have to let me know. Stephen Reed, don't worry. I think I'm the jinx. When I don't watch, they win. Let's walk through the lineup and see where we're at. The biggest one that I noticed and right off the hop is between the sticks, Danny Ward. We'll start a poll, but Brendan, what are your thoughts? Did you think that we were going to get a change there?
I thought it was possible, but I would have thought that it would be a slightly unfair quick trigger. It was the one you could fault upon was the short side goal that he didn't maybe come out on. Other than that, everything else was pretty close. And unless someone is atrocious, I don't know that I feel good about a one-game hook, because then I'm wondering if your psyche is out there playing to not make a mistake, because one mistake and you're gone. So I think that Parkey has to establish if you have back-to-back games where you're not playing good overall, not any one shot, any one play. I think you have to do it like that. And it's just not enough to say Ward isn't. Now, I didn't think he should have been. I thought Okonkwo earned it through last year to be given a chance. But maybe he's just getting totally outcompeted in practice. We don't see that, and therefore Ward earned it there. I don't know.
I'm with you for the psychological reason in that it gives whoever's between the sticks the optimism that if you end up having a day that's not the best, it doesn't mean that you immediately lose your job. Because I'm with you in the sense that he should have stopped one of them, and he didn't. He's still a capable goaltender, and he's gone left to right. I'm surprised that, to be fair, that he got the job to start the season. And the only reason I think is I'm comfortable with sort of the shorter rope. A, they're professionals, suck it up, but I know that there's a psychological component to it, and B, they're so close as far as what they have and what they offer that you go with who's hot. It's a long season, but it's a short season. You can't be giving away points and losing opportunities. And I don't want to say we're at desperate times and games are must win and all that sort of nonsense when we're in the end of August, but we need to get off the schneid here. And so, and there's Stephen with a good counterpoint. I'll come back to the other comment that I just got up here, but he says Okonkwo has done nothing to deserve to be relegated to the bench this season. So this is all Parkey being a poor game manager. So right now, the poll really close. I'll leave that up there for the time being. The other big question that Stephen also asked is who are the subs? I'll get through those in a second here, Sam. Is on the bench. So Boyle is Boyle. Whoa, flashback. Coyle is on the bench. But it's Doyle. What am I doing?
Doyle, yeah.
Doyle. I'll get this right. It's early morning and I'm struggling. Doyle's on the bench. That's the new signing, $7.5 million, $2.5 million in a. Holy, I'm so tired I can't even think straight. So Mr. Doyle, he's going to be on the bench, but the standard Cleworth, Cody, Brunt. Look, I'm good with that. Cleworth is making me nervous for the first time since we've ever seen him, and I think that that's going to be fascinating to see if he's able to find a way to remedy what it has illed him in the last couple of weeks. It's just not reading the play well enough. But as we just sort of the same rules apply for him as they do sort of to Danny Ward is give him some faith that you make a couple of mistakes, you're not going to be completely lost. And so hopefully he's able to find his game somewhat. Are you somewhat surprised that Doyle didn't get the immediate start despite not having any practice and just said your talent
again? I don't know. I thought did he have some familiarity with Cody?
Broadhead.
With Broadhead, okay.
And Cody, to be fair, he gave an interview where he said who were the top 5 players that you've ever played with, and Cody was on his list.
Yeah, from that perspective, so typically I wouldn't think you want to shift certain players in. Like maybe you do with forwards because of their nature. Sometimes you just get them the ball and let them go kind of thing. But defenders, you need great communication. And the fact that they had some established communication and some familiarity made me think that maybe they'd shift them in really quick. But otherwise, no, I'm not surprised with a guy coming on Thursday and not getting in on Saturday. No, like the one that's surprising to me is the Mendy one. I just see that you can shift Longman over to back up McLean and bring Barnett in. So I still think you're covered wing wise, and I don't think you need to waste a spot on Mendy, who you just should never be putting in this game. So.
No, I 100% agree and was going to get there. You stole my thunder, but it's
Sorry.
it's exactly appropriate. Let's do the substitutes just because they're not on the up on the screen. Okonkwo's there on the back line. It's O'Connell over Scar. Still an interesting decision to me to have EOC there above Scar in the championship. I think Scar's got a better step up from him. Barnett there is on one wing, and as you just heard, Mendy on the other one. So I don't know if Longman has a knock that we haven't heard about, but I'm with you. If he's 100% healthy, he should be the person on the other side that goes forward. In the midfield, you've got Lee, Harry Ashfield again on the bench, and then up front, Smith and Hardy. To go just your follow-up was as far as Doyle and his familiarity, he played, was it Southampton during their League One promotion with Broadhead? I hope I have that correct. And so that was one of his 4 loan spells that he had into the lower divisions. And I think that was his one of the first or second when he was 18 that helped climb the ranks. And so by all accounts, a rock star. Got to get him out there. I don't want an injury to have to get us there. So we'll see where that goes. In the midfield, we have all sorts of, I guess, injuries still again. If healthy, Windus is getting his crack because obviously former club. But now you've got Dobson, James, O'Brien. This is not what I expected. Game 3, largely because of injury. But where do you like? Cannon's still weeks away. Have you heard why he's not in the lineup? I haven't because I've been focused so much on work.
Who hasn't? Cannon hasn't?
No, Windus. Why he's not in the lineup?
Well, Windus pulled the hamstring. He's going to be out for 6 weeks.
Right. See, this is I am not on today. Is where I'm.
Yeah. So that's 6 weeks, and I'm guessing that Parkey might have had some idea to be playing Broadhead and Windass together with Moore, and that's why there's still significant talk. My understanding is that the 21-year-old Wales midfielder is in negotiations. Like, I think we've made an offer. I think it's super close from my understanding. So maybe it happens Monday, or maybe it's already happened and just hasn't been announced, kind of thing. So I think they're trying to bring in another creative midfielder, is my thought, because I don't think they want to be behind 6 weeks worth of points because they're lacking that magic that Windass brings. So
I'm a little bit concerned that I don't have audio on my iFollow. So for anybody who's watching on iFollow, please click in and let me know. Gentle reminder, like buttons down below if you wanted to give that one a bump to let the algorithm know that we're here.
Yeah, it looks like John Lane in the chat agreed with me. It sounds like I got the impression it's pretty much a done deal on another midfielder, and I think it's the 21-year-old from the Wales International. So I posted on Twitter a couple of days ago in response to a statement from I believe it was the Canadian Red Dragons, and I largely said it's interesting now because I think we're at the maximum of our ceiling that we could anticipate going into the season. That is, if you expect our revenues to stay somewhat to where they were back during our League One season, our League Two season, with wage rate and with sustainability discussions and transfer fees and the PSR rules, I thought 30 million-ish is going to be sort of where we're at, and we're getting up there. Another person posted, and this was crazy. In the entire world of football, this transfer window, every club in Europe, where do you think that Wrexham AFC finished as far as its spend? And this is number 2 by about, what was it, 24.33 versus 24.5 or something against some team in Europe.
So we're 29th right now ranked against
29th. Oh, wow.
East End, and only behind a club called Inter Milan. Like, you think about the ops season. There's John's got it in the comments. He's known, and this is not working. I'm going to turn my TV up and see if it's connected.
I showed the two of them.
Huh. I don't know why this is. I've got audio. I want to hear Mr. Griffiths, and I don't know why this is not connecting. Sort of tech glitches all over the place today. Oh, there we go. So the other frustrating and downside to this whole thing, and this is for those of you who are not in the United States, and I think Japan is the only other one. I'm going to go and double check that fact. But for us up in north of the border, we have to have not only DAZN to be able to pick up all of the games that are on there. So the televised games in the UK, we pick up from DAZN. For all of the other ones, we've got to use iFollow because DAZN doesn't cover it. And so for everywhere else except for the United States, you're getting this one from the club. Ireland is the only and they're only on talk on radio. So it's the US is the only country in the world where you can watch non-televised, that is 3 p.m. starts through a cable carrier. I think that's a massive mistake by the EFL. I know that they make their capital, I know the blackout and all that sort of stuff, but the fact that they can't get these clubs with these streams out to other organizations and other countries is a gong show. I think I don't understand it. I just don't. Give DAZN the rights, and also it saves us the capital because I'm going to do the math after this one's done, but I think that my television subscriptions to watch this match are more expensive than having season tickets, and that is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But
we don't have to do it today, but at some point I'd like to discuss kind of slightly unscrupulous practices of automatically signing you up to iFollow the following year, and the same thing with your registration to membership into the Wrexham. Both were automatically done, and I tried to fight them, and they said you had to let them know so many days before it was activated for the second year and season, and it's a big fight to get your money back. And
wow, I didn't have that from iFollow.
Yeah, iFollow automatically signed me up for a new season when I didn't ask for it. And
dirty.
Yeah, there's got to be something deeply buried in both of those where it says, well, even though you're paying for 1 year, we're signing you up for perpetual, and we're just gonna, you have to tell us you're out. So
crazy. It is up. Swirly says it's up to the broadcasters to pick up the games. I think, isn't it? It depends on the contract. I mean, there's a cost savings for them to be able to say. And Bryn says iFollow auto renews. I didn't get an auto. I'm 99% certain I didn't get an auto renew because I was checking it and had to figure it out. But I
double check. Then you'd be one of the few then.
Huh. But I remember this was my concern last year. Why I was waiting for this game was because I was hoping. Look, I get to listen to Mr. Griffiths, so I'm as happy as all hell, and I'll cope. But part of me was also hoping for the back pocket that they were going to end up not like DAZN was going to pick up all of the games, and I think they have the right to do so. But they don't. Well, I don't know if they have the right because they don't have any 3 p.m. games on, to be completely fair, whether that's laziness or they have the right. But they don't even know what's going on, and that's the whole byproduct that we saw with the whole City game, where they didn't have it listed until I emailed them and was like, "Why the hell don't you guys have this listed?" And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll cover it." First they said no, and then they said yes, and then gave me a free month. And so the broadcasting thing, it's so weird that there's so much money involved, and it's the most unorganized, discombobulated bunch of bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, Sheffield Wednesday, the Owls in their blue and white, going from right and left on your screen. The Red Dragons from left to right. We do need a win. Daniel says it all. Get a win. That's really all I need, and all I want is to take the points and get the hell out, and line ourselves up for Tuesday, which I probably won't be at. Brendan's aware of that, and we'll chat. We'll see how things go. But I believe, I'm 99% certain that I will be in court on Tuesday.
I will be here.
Yeah, that's Paramount has it, but I mean, and maybe Paramount's paying for an extra fee, but we're underway. And it's a way to save some money by saying you're not going to carry the 3 p.m. games. Who knows if it's a part of the negotiations or otherwise, but it's just, you have this amazing product and you limit it from your fans. Early opportunity, and it's Kluworth there who was able to get it and then throws it right up the middle. We're going to get a throw in the other way. That's one of those ones thrown up right in the middle that you learn in Mighty Mites or novice hockey. Chansiri out. That's a good shout. I don't know. Ethan Horvath. Grabbed it, cleared it, did Horvath right off the top. He is on loan from Cardiff City. Usually I'm pretty good at masking what I'm doing, but I feel like today it's just going to be one of those straight up survival days. Longman, right-hand side, draws it back. Kluworth, midfield, turnover. Knocked out and throw in to the Owls. Pierce Charles started their last 2. And so, yeah, it sounds like it's an emergency loan. It's a good shout. So not an emergency loan because of Pierce Charles's injury. They went and signed him from Cardiff City till January 2026. I mean, this is a game. You've got a team that hasn't been able to build through the transfer window. They were near the bottom of the table last year. Their starting goalkeeper is out, even though, yes, a capable keeper from a division below, but he's going to be Cardiff City's backup. So we're talking, a League One quality guy. For the love of God, I don't want to be smashing things today. Better to get some sleep. Yeah, I hear you. More. How nice is it to at least see him back at it? So many vowels on some of these. Iorfa. Ugbo. Katamarteri. Dobson collects, gets tripped up, blown down. Unintentional, innocuous little stab of the foot there from Ingleson. And here we go with Cody. Let's get into this. Get me up a little bit. I'm all for smashing the like button. Cody with it. And the other thing, Brendan, and the advantage is if the broadcasters there end up saying anything, because typically we'd be listening to the same thing. But today, Mr. Griffiths, through my headset, James with it, Dobson, flip up over top, I think just off, flag goes up. Broadhead a little bit up too quick. How many weeks can you go saying it's a new team before you have to end up saying this is just the team?
I think a couple more, considering we keep adding guys.
I mean, for a lot of them, even though there were a lot of signings, a bunch of them made it down. A handful made it down to down under. I guess it's Kakache is kind of the bookend of that one, because that'll always be where in our signing history were we when we played down under, and it was Kakache because we were in New Zealand. It was like the day of the Wellington game that the New Zealand international was signed. Back at it, Ugbo dancing, looked good there, getting that one around O'Brien, over to the right-hand side. Valerie. Okay, that's horrible. Don't start singing at 7 o'clock.
I think part of it is, at least the culture in North America is oftentimes, I wouldn't say less about the badge, but oftentimes more about the individual players. You could follow a player from team to team to team and then keep changing who you're rooting for. Like I'm not a LeBron James fan, but there are people who follow him from team to team. They're a LeBron guy, right? So there's stuff like that in America that I don't think is prevalent, in Europe. So
Mark Messier followed him from the Oilers to the Rangers to the Canucks, and then he retired.
Yeah. I think that's something we do here, because we get more of a media focus on individuals to sell the sport, as opposed to the sport is the sport, and it's your allegiance is to your badge. So there's plenty of people who are always Pittsburgh, always Boston, whatever, but they'll also follow players that were heroes for their teams to other teams. We also don't just hate everybody else for the sake of it. Like, we have our rivalries and hate our rivals, but otherwise we have secondary and tertiary teams that we are like, I'd like to see them do well. They're in the other bracket, the other conference, the other side. We have one big table, so
screw the Bruins.
See, you have your hated rivalries.
That back in history for other reasons. Yeah, no, for sure. If you missed that one and you're not watching, Horvath came out there 35 yards away from his goal to go and try and pump one clear, and Broadhead got up there and got a knockdown on it. Unfortunately, wide open net, but it went straight off of him and out for the throw in.
I like what I saw from O'Brien there too.
Both teams right now, I mean, this is the part that makes me, there's some trepidation, there's some nervousness, is this looks like a 50-50 game, which, to be fair, I guess it is the championship, and you're going to see that is, and maybe, to be fair, you got to say the needle slightly towards Sheffield Wednesday, because they've had more touches in and around the box than we have. Cody took a whack to the head. That's all we need.
Yeah. The point about saying the difference in culture about liking players was to the point that some of us are more cognizant of the team being rotated out because we fall in love with players more than the badge, and therefore, like, it's a big deal if you just flush half the team. So
yeah, it's one of those things, and I get it. You don't have to market it, and in fact, when you do, it's interesting. A lot of English fans. And I'd say, to be fair, well, I don't really have enough of a sample from the Welsh fans. Say, game's gone. When you end up starting to do this, it's Ovechkin versus Crosby, two big hockey players, right? It's not the Capitals versus the Penguins, or at least that's the sub-story. It's the superstar versus the superstar. It's this individual versus it's Connor McDavid against whoever. They don't do that as much in the promotional materials with football, and it's one of two things that I find interesting about building the rivalries, right? Is it's history and geographical based almost to its entire exclusion. That and the whole continuing to limit access to the product, just the dumbest thing. It should not be difficult to watch professional sports. And it is. It is. Part of the joy, the madness of being a football fan is to constantly have to figure it out. Other than in the US, oddly enough. Not the UK, because you get blocked at 3 p.m. In every other country but the US, it's you got to try to figure out what's going on. And dangerous cross all the way across from 9 yards out. Ugbo had a great little touch there. Got it out to the wing, and it was smashed through Ingelson's. Everybody's screaming that there was a touch, but it's going to be a Wrexham throw-in on the other side. But Ugbo on Cleworth, and Ingelson just hammers it straight across the 6-yard box. And I think that did get McLean's head. It looked like it spun. Okay, come on. 10 minutes in. Enough making them feel good about themselves. Broadhead. Oh, he overran it, and so did Lowe. Had an opportunity there. And now
our jinx guy. That's why.
O'Brien, bad header, couldn't get it up to Mr. Moore. And so right now it's Moore and Broadhead running around like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to track down balls and put the press on, not getting anything forward from the back line or the midfield, whether it be build up or long ball. It's push forward, lose it at the final third, and then Wednesday with possession. And it's been
probably. But look at that. We just pressure and it gets knocked out. Like
More starter turnover in the EFL than Pro Leagues? I don't know what you mean, John, by starter turnover.
The first 11 get turned over more.
Oh, well, yeah. When you get that because teams are going up and down all the time. So it's almost like you got to sub in your farm club all of a sudden.
Yeah. And then if you go down, they elevate to the starters. And if they, yeah.
Okay. The geographical blackout RKO is talking about, which is a different beast, right? He can only watch a couple of games with ESPN Plus because of the blackout, which is due to the smaller carriers getting the games. So he has to have 3 or 4 to watch all of them. And so they have geographical blackouts to say you've got the local rights are owned by this person. I guess that one doesn't affect me for a couple of reasons. One, I'm not following the team as much because the local team as much because of the ownership group. But also I support the team that's in my geographical region, but I get that. You can always pay for NHL, whatever it's called, and then you get every game in market, out of market, whatever. The team at Wrexham minus Parkey, Ward, and Jay Rodriguez. Dobson, Cleworth.
I disagree with you, John Lane. He's thinking
Longman. Oh, that was
AO's distribution might not be that bad after all. I guess in a comparison, I would just say it is bad. It's very bad. It's just there's also other people who's bad.
That's interesting. Steven says he thinks this should be a yellow. I think this is a Longman flop.
Really? He got undercut and pushed.
No, he sold that with the flop.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Not enough in that. It is weird seeing Ugbo in blue. I'm just going to say that. James, straight across, far post, too heavy, and just all the way thrown through. I don't know what to say. Like we're 14 minutes in and they're just there hasn't really been a sniff, although there's a turnover there, and that's a yellow. See, I'm okay with hard fouls. I hate the cheating fouls. And this one is clearly, I got beat, professional foul, both hands up around the shoulder, pull the man back. Like, to me, you have to card those ones.
The advantage is significant. That's,
Hi.
Hi. I got my blanket.
Okay.
It was gone.
You can have a couple minutes here and watch some football.
When I was playing in the hall, guess what? You playing it in the house.
Okay.
And
Free kick here from 33 yards out. Left-footed cross all the way down, knocked loose. Scores! You're a good luck charm. I miss you. Got that one, but it's going to be for more. Bit of luck, bit of bouncing around, pinball around inside the zone, and we scored. Isn't that awesome? That's it. Oh, yeah. Mark identified, because I should have recognized that one off the top. Is that opening his account with a pinball bouncing around glorious O'Brien left footer swings it around and it gets knocked backwards, not intentionally. That was back off of the defender's back. Hits Iorfa and kind of just sits there for more. And man, that's a quick little left foot stab, wasn't it? Brendan, did you see that? Watch that left foot. That's lightning.
That was pretty good. I gotta say though, talk about catching a break. Two giant defenders just fall to the ground with a zero contact.
Yeah.
That looked divine, just bloop.
So now,
Parts.
is this the season of replacing the toque?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd missed the toque.
Okay, then we'll keep the toque.
We did not do predictions, but
you said 3-1.
This could be big today, but I was thinking a 3-0. But
I didn't put them into the system, but 2-2. Travis said that kid is this year's toque. You're going to be spending time with him. He just asked, by the way, where's the yellow team? Because I'm wearing yellow and there's no yellow up on the top. So that was pretty bright. We're cheering red team.
There.
Yeah, there.
Yeah,
So if
over there.
Wednesday pushing back Dobson. That was a gorgeous little tackle. Pushes it forward. Broadhead runs into too many bodies over the other side. Ingleson has it.
Without getting into a Longman-Barney fight, did you think that Barney didn't do enough or did something wrong to lose his spot? Or was it a Longman was dinged up and now that he's good, he's back in? What do you think it was?
So going off of where my position was at the end of the season is Longman had the advantage over Barney. And so has anything happened this year one way or the other to dispel that position? To me, the answer is no. Plus, you've got Longman's got some experience in the division. Barney doesn't. It's deflection and grab there by Danny Ward. When I rank them and rate them, it's really a matter of style. Like there's not much that separates them. It's that you and I disagree on which one's faster. But I think other than that, to me, Longman's better with ball at foot. I think he's better defensively. But Barney's got the passing advantage. And so it's to me, I think you could sub them in depending on who you wanted and who you're up against, what the strategy was for any particular game.
So you think that's why it was? Dave's saying that Longman was injured, so that would be why Barney was in and then had to give back up his spot. Although I would say that if you watch Barney's individual effort on that second goal that Palmer scores against Hull, that rush ahead, that quick, absolutely perfect cross, that up and down right on his head to tie that up, that was just like magical.
Longman, as we were just up, I was like, we're going to have a goal here because of a Longman play. As he had an opportunity there, busting down the right-hand side, got around his man, pushed it forward with the pass to the far stick, and Moore couldn't get a noggin on it. See, but this is a Longman versus Barney play right here. This exact one. That play by Longman getting around his man with the pace. Barney's great at keeping it and finding small gaps to get passes by defenders, right? He doesn't take the man on. He beats the man with the ball. Where Longman can beat him with his legs, create different, and then it just becomes down to the pass. That was more.
I would agree that if it's going to be a physical game, I think you want Longman in there, because if someone gets out and is allowed to put hands on Barney, he's going to be in trouble. But Longman can hold his own, turn his back, and hold up, where Barney will end up coughing it up. But I think he's just more shifty. And like you said, I think he looks like he's covered, and Barney still is able to cross it. He spins it around a guy,
John saying Barnett should be an impact sub, and that's the nice thing, John, that I agree with you is, and they both bring a different style and a different play. And if something's not working down that side, you've got something available really to change it up. It's Danny Ward flubs up the little catch there on the cross from the right hand side. I'm hoping Daniel says come on 2-0. I'm hoping that's not a spoiler. But, man, it would have to be something special to be a spoiler. You'd have to be way ahead because Wednesday's got possession of the ball. I absolutely agree with you, Stephen. You want to go snuggle up and watch something with Mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that if you want to.
Is he downstairs?
No, she's in the bed.
Oh.
You want to go get some cuddling?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
Oh. You're same way like you guys pull it out.
Okay, just close the door when you go, please.
Okay.
Long throw into the box. Knocked down, headed away. Kiefer Moore all the way back, able to get that. O'Brien with a nice little stab forward. Oh, he just got flipped off the outside of his foot, and now it's Broadhead going to chase that one up. Free kick header. Kluworth making contact. They're saying I didn't see it. Brandon's already got the flop up. Going to be introducing the kids to definitely, even though it's in Canada, I always consider it to be one of the most American of all American things. We're going to go watch some drag racing tonight. Jet fire drag racing. So yeah, it should be some fun.
Have you ever gone to a smash up derby there?
Yes, demolition derby.
Demolition.
Yeah.
Oh my God, are those good?
Lots of fun. I always so it's one of those things. I know it wouldn't be legal, and that's fine. They should have one of those where you've got to drink like 12 beer before you get in the car and go. I
just presumed that's what they all did anyway.
I mean, you're in there to crash it up anyway. What more can you do in those old clunkers?
The guy, and there's always some guy that's riding around on a four-wheeler or something else going through a wall of fire. There's always some extra side shenanigans and stuff.
Villarreal, why are people saying Moore scored? Because he did. O'Brien watching the goal right now. And I don't know who it was that Iorfa got tangled up with, but it was Iorfa and another Owl player got tangled up. Dave, thanks. And Hi Lee got tangled up and took each other out, and the ball just came loose, and it was a quick left-footed stab. And Kiefer opened his account. Oh, they have case in the infield. Don't worry, there's usually a couple in, which makes sense. I think it depends if they're doing it on TV and it's one of those professional circuits that goes around, or it's you're heading out to the local raceway. "24 minutes in, just going to sneak a quick little view of the stats, 54% to 46%. And it's fascinating. You look at the momentum, and it's almost all blue, even after the goal, up to 18 minutes long. But the XG, they've only got one shot for their 54% possession. And shots in the box, or touches in the box, I should say, 6-3. And so in and around the area, but nothing threatening so far. DeAndre, it is rather subdued. Now, I don't know if that's just if the audio is different in Paramount. What would you say, Brendan? Because I've changed back to iFollow, and I think they've got the volume gains turned down.
I always mute it because I have so many different audio feeds going on. I can create a lot of echoes, so I just try to mute everything.
I can do that. Fernando's saying, and I should recognize there's lots of people who don't have coverage. So we're 9 yards away, Sheffield Wednesday with possession in front of the tech end here. Looking for the deep throw in from Ingleson, comes near post, knocked down, and Dobson just right foots it, clears it out. Broadhead's there to try to maintain control, but it gets popped out after a shoulder and 35-yard throw in from there. There is not as much gold as I would like, but then it's what would you say the numbers are? 25% gold, 20% gold?
It's a lot of red there.
There's a lot of red.
A little less than 20-ish, yeah.
Yeah, Dave's saying it's turned down in the feed. Yeah, it sounds quieter today, but I think it's because the gain's lower. Because I can't hear really the crowd in any way, shape, or form. So thrown in, cleared out, but it's Ingleson again on the left-hand side. Far post cross open. Ooh, that was dangerous. Knocked down, not cleared. Somebody, you had the chance to clear, and instead it's going to go for a corner. Is that right-footed shot from the edge of the 18-yard box hit somebody? And did it hit the Sheffield player who's laying on the ground as he's grabbing for his backside?
No, he's just yeah, I can't say it.
Yeah, Kiefer whiffed on it. Right-footed. No, it didn't. That was the player who was still down.
They know that they have next to no bench. They're told if you happen to trip and fall, stay down. Has to be.
Yeah, it was a whiff and a miss from Palmer, who was all the way forward. Anyway, left-footed in swinger, Sheffield Wednesday, middle of the pitch, headed down, still in the area. Bannon with it, looking for another corner, dancing around. Bannon, right footers, up, it's loose, dangerous, and McLean grabs it, still hasn't cleared the area, maintaining possession. Now he chips it out and he gets it over, but he doesn't clear it out. Bannon touches it again. Somebody settle it down. Whew.
Really like what I'm seeing out of O'Brien.
McLean missed on that one, and so it's Brunt and McLean, and that's going to go out for a corner. It is. Well, the Owls wake up. Why do I know Barry Bannon?
Because they were going to bring him over. He's 33. That was one of the targets, supposedly, rumor-wise.
All right. Bannon again, anyway. Corner. Kiefer Moore scored. Oh, man. 6 yards out. That's got to be Danny Ward coming out and collecting that one. Broadhead turned it. Get him. Not enough weight on the pass, and so it was easily intercepted. Otherwise, we could have had a 2-on-1 break. Kiefer Moore scored. It was a free kick from, what would we say, 35 yards out from on the left-hand side that O'Brien took with his left foot, crossed it into the middle. Iorfa for Wednesday and one other player kind of took each other out. Ball hits him in the back and settles nicely right in front of Kiefer Moore, who quickly stabs at it with the left foot and blasts it past the keeper.
Yeah, his leg looked like it was 7 feet long. He just
and like it was connected to a rubber band. Like it was one of those toys that you wind back and then when you release it, it just crack, and like it just kind of like shot out.
Yeah, good call out, Dave. Brunt's playing hard.
I don't know, Fernando, are you live? Hit the live button on the screen, maybe. It's possible that you've joined late. Maybe I should type that.
We are around almost 29 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but he's not going to hear that until we get forward.
Move ahead.
That's why I typed it.
I hope he's
Possession
not
for
watching
us.
you behind. You're spoken for.
Possession. This is kind of nice, isn't it? Everything's calm.
We're looking good on the ball in the back, which is nice.
That was actually a nice little play to get the switch on over to Longman. Longman Cleworth. Cody, and he's going to go back to Danny Ward. The press is on. Nice little switch over to Brunt, and he's going to take the open. Moore back to Matty James. Who are these guys? What's happening right now? This is like, what have we had? Like 15 passes? What's going? Cleworth with it. Halfway line. Matty James searching. Press coming forward. O'Brien still moving, still dancing. Ben Flynn, how are you? Not all of us, but we do contribute 52%, and I'm not American. Crack, right-footed, knocks it down loose, Moore scores! Keep for more, make it 2. Search for the Hattie. Thompson almost didn't want to take that. 20 yards away, takes a look. He's trying to, you can see he's trying to offload the pass. I guess we'll find out. I think we're good enough for 10th now, Lee. I think we're good enough for 10th. Whew. But was I wrong, Brendan? Like, watch Dobson on the replay here. He's searching pass, and then he goes like, okay, I guess I better shoot it. Knocked down by Horvath, and to be fair, probably should have done better than that. I don't think Dobson's right footer had a bunch of pace on it. It was right at him.
It had a little tail on it, but not enough to
really throw him off. Yeah,
that's one thing that I don't like about Arthur, that he deadens the ball in front of him. He needs to, kick it out to the sides, left or right, away from players, and he doesn't. And that's what that keeper just did.
I will say it almost makes up for the money that I have to pay, but to hear Mark Griffiths calling the goals there's still a magic to that. There's still a magic to that, and it's kind of nice to hear that. 2-0. Oh, see, now I need that chant. You know what, David? If they could play at the level, yes. Do I still want Palmer and Mullen back? If they could play at the level, yes. Johns are wanting 6-0.
I don't want to put that kind of hurt on Sheffield Wednesday, but 3-0.
Ooh, Brent with a nice little run forward here.
Good mix. It gets us in the +1 goal differential, and a good confidence builder without absolutely crushing Wednesday. So.
Softest call of the season so far given to Mr. Moore. And Longman, sort of lucky, gets around his defender. He's got an opportunity, deflected. Horvath knocks it down. Yeah, I thought the rebound might be there again. Daniel, we need 3-0. Forget, we're not saying those words, Sharky. And hi, by the way. We're not saying those words.
Sharky, I like the idea that it's also kind of more important that it's a clean sheet. Get the defense in a good mindset, right?
Why is everybody saying the word? Don't we talk jinxes?
No, it's when you do it. We don't have any power. Oh. You're the one that has all the magic juice.
The voodoo power?
Yeah. You got the voodoo magic. The rest of us are just here.
If I had that sort of power, I'd apply
You're just playing in your world.
There you go, John. Maybe there is a positive to an absolute drubbing. Cleworth with it, right foot searching, far post, looking for Kiefer Moore, and Horvath comes out and collects it, and he gets a little bit of a Bronx cheer. Yeah, you guys are I'm gonna have an eagle walking out of here. I feel like a cartoon. I have the power. 21st of December 2024, not too long ago, that Kiefer Moore scored a brace. Let's look up that stat. Thanks to Mr. Griffiths for it. The lucky Wrexham had. It's weird how we all have our own voodoo magic, right? Broadhead with it, looking. It's got McLean over on the left-hand side. Nice pass. Crosses. That was offside?
Really? Heck of a pass.
It couldn't have been McLean. And Mark's talking about this. It couldn't have been for McLean, but he's saying perhaps it was in the build-up with Broadhead potentially being off. And so, yeah, it can't be. It couldn't have been that on McLean. Low. Sheffield Wednesday moves it up forward to Kobaki on the left-hand side. Moore and Kobaki. Iorfa. Oh, that's Low. Sorry. Cody all the way out to try and take that one away. Doesn't get an opportunity, and now there's a gap in the middle, and it bounces around loose, and a little bit fortunate ball luck there, as they had blue jerseys after the deflection all standing around ready to take the ball, but it squeezes out of an 18-yard box. Bannon now, 25 yards out. Just as he says that, Griffith says 25 yards out. Where do I get it from?
Okonkwo.
The more touch map is creepy. And calling anything a touch map is creepy. Where does Moore touch it? See, that just sounds weird. Welsh international Jordan James. Wrexham with it. McLean, left-hand side. Going to draw it back to Brunt, and we're going to set it all up. Clueworth. Longman.
Give it back to
Dobson. Nice little play there to get that up to Broadhead, and he's going to dance around. He's got Moore on the right. He's got Longman. You've got Moore in the middle there, Longman, if you can beat him. Nice little pass to Broadhead. Opportunity. Oh, he holds it. Should have had that crack. Bannon. Holy crap. Bannon just ripped that one from Broadhead and stole that entire opportunity. I think Broadhead was thinking pass, and then by the time he realized he had a lane to take a crack, it's the same sort of thing as Dobson had, not looking shoot first, looking pass first, which is still a nice thing to do. I will take it. But he was looking so much at it, he closed himself off to the shot. When he realized I'm going to take the shot, Bannon able to come back and grab it.
Do you think that's a result of the score where it's 2-0? You feel less pressure to take a shot, and you try to like keep the team involved? You know what I mean?
Sorry, I missed that because I was reading Dave's comment that said Moore's touching all over according to the map, and I'd say, Dave, I think he tends to focus a little bit more on the boxes. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, Brendan, I missed that. I'll pay attention, I swear.
I was saying, first of all, I didn't like that Broadhead didn't run on that Cleworth cut. That was stupid. He should have been running. But I just wonder if Broadhead had the mentality up 2-0. I want to, ingratiate myself into the other players' good graces by passing to them while we're up 2-0. Whereas if it was 0-0, he might be taking a shot.
Looking shot first, yeah, it's possible. Plus, you've got a man sitting on a brace in a 2-0, and you get him the ball, and he gets his hattie. And we all throw toques on the pitch. McLean knocks it down. O'Brien, middle of the pitch, pressure on. But this man, that's the asset. That's why you signed him, is because the ball at his feet, it's under control. Longman taking on his man around the outside. Cross, far post. Moore's there, but it's headed away. That looked delicious the whole way over. It was just the stop. Improper but only because you guys got the joke. We must be way behind with our stream, the way that the chat's coming in. Like, I'm guessing we're probably a solid 30 seconds behind based on the chat today. Cleworth with it, right-hand side, over to Broadhead, stabbed into Dobson. Dobson, nice little flick on Broadhead, just inside the area, drop back. And he cut back was too sharp a degree.
The cutback was perfect. They overran the spot. They didn't stay in the opening.
You're blaming the guys running forward?
I just gave your boy all the credit. He put it in the right spot. Look, you can't go too far forward because you can always come forward quickly. You can't back up quickly. So you're supposed to slow, delay, and then rush forward.
I'll take it. So interesting, 44% on the poll that's up there. We're going to end that one and just look at the overall numbers there. 43% Okonkwo. More right-hand side into the channel. Opportunity gets knocked all by himself. We'll get the other one here. Scramble in the midfield. 2 handballs there, but nothing given in the midfield, and it's Cleworth with it now. Up to O'Brien. Cleworth. Right-hand side. Longman. He's searching for more. Far post. Too heavy. McLean just sort of bounced right to him like a magnet. I thought it was going to go
Double
out.
teaming McLean, and he's playing with his food out there.
James. Dobson, 35 yards out, middle of the pitch. Cleworth, right-hand side. This is starting to look more sexy. I'm feeling good. Oh, you just got embarrassed. And that was beautiful by Longman. Put your clothes back on, kid, because Longman just stripped you down.
I didn't see how he got ripped down or if he just slipped.
I think it meant stripped down naked, not stripped down like.
No. I meant Dobson. He was on the ground.
We are down. We are finding our stride. RKO, you dirty dog, just shattered the defendant's ankles. Far post, dangerous, down! No, the header was almost... Moore had the header, didn't get enough on it. Cleworth was right there. He couldn't get to it. They called an offside on that one? Cleworth would have had to have been Cleworth.
No, I think it was James McLean boxing out the keeper.
Yeah, that's fair. You've got the right call on that one. Yeah, he was offside. What's up with this Moore guy? Need a better header out of that. Jeez, this guy's overrated.
Yeah, mom.
Can't you be perfect all the time? That's legit? And yeah, where's W and G? Missed that kid. This is 2 weeks in a row. Offsides on a corner. It was Moore had it, headed it down, and it went to Cleworth. And when Cleworth touched it, oh my! The header, and we had a long ball searching for Moore, and Moore lost control, and Bannon now searching, coming the other way, and Cleworth. That's gorgeous, and then the giveaway the other way. Ike Ugbo does what Ike Ugbo does. He Billy Waters it. Man, QPR just getting a beat down. I will put it out there that if anybody knows API scrubbing and wants to end up doing that for the purposes of working on graphics and stuff and more toys for Brendan to play with, message me if you do that sort of thing.
Yeah, people keep putting the score, but I have it up on the screen. I don't mind people putting the score in the chat. I thought it looks okay, although it's not fancy. But the scores
I just thought with
are
the API,
championship.
It'd be nice to have the scoreboard, like the like all the funny, the nice little graphics, all of the branding.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing I have isn't pretty. I haven't spent a ton of time on it, but yeah, someone could definitely do something prettier.
And it doesn't matter. You're pretty, Brendan, and that's all that matters. Awkward. And I will take, and I said this at the start of the year, I will take 21st. I think the team is good enough to be pushing like for a playoff spot. Which is why, but I thought that before the Southampton game and
yeah, isn't there a bunch of levels that you want? You want to stay up, then you'd like, top half, then you want to be ahead of Swansea, regular season straight up matchups and overall score.
Yeah.
And then you'd like to be inside the top 10 with an, playing meaningful games in the last month.
It's weird. We don't have a championship rival, really, do we? But it's interesting to me that do you have a club that that gives you the ick yet?
No, I think I'm probably in the minority. I kind of am half rooting for Birmingham to go up because I think they're the best team and you might as well just keep winning. Like I don't go become the clear auto and make sure you hurt all the other teams that we're going to be competing with. I'm fine with Birmingham going up and getting all the glory. They did what I was complaining about last year in League One. I didn't want us to swap out 11 this summer. I wanted us to go and pay for big names, a couple last year, to have more team, so you only had to get 7 guys, not 11, I thought we should have done a little bit more Birmingham when in League One. So yeah, I mean, they're well ahead of us. They're better primed. Just go for it. So I'm okay, rooting for most guys. And I guess I would say I root against most. You were already in the Prem and you came down and you're getting a ton of money. I think that's that's quite an advantage, and I don't root for that. So.
Could we talk about, I don't know if you were watching while you were talking there, that the left side of our defense just completely collapsed there on that opportunity that Sheffield Wednesday had, cross over and snuck behind. What happened, everybody had been, all of 3 defenders in the back line had been pulled over to the left. Longman, slow getting back. I think that one sits on Longman. Let his man get on the wrong shoulder and had a free header.
Well, that breakaway with a guy deflected it and it went into Ward on the pickup, that was Longman too. He got beat again.
Yeah,
his defense has been shite.
And Cleworth gave him the look as we're at the half. It's see with Birmingham, the reason why I don't think it matters is because I don't think that they're a club that can be sustainable in the Prem with their model. Right? You make it up there. I don't think that they have holding power. So I'm okay with them doing whatever they want to do. Wednesday fans are leaving. I had pop up on a Discord. That's from Matt at the Racecourse Ramble, saying that there are. I wonder how he identifies that they're leaving.
There's a second exit, so they're not going. You come down almost to the field, and then you go into the corner, that open corner. So, but there's not a lot of people doing that, just a few. I think he's.
Well, is it, and you can't enter from there because you go out for the smoke.
You can always re-enter, but it actually leaves the stadium as opposed to going down to concessions.
Right, but they probably just going out for a pollutant, because I know that's the same thing when you leave the tech end, is you walk out the back and you go through the turnstiles and everybody chain smokes during that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll watch that. It's interesting to me that, or for me, there have been a lot of fan groups that have been relatively supportive, ambivalent, respectful of the Wrexham model, and you kind of are like, okay, you get it. They don't want us to succeed, but they're like, you guys have been doing a good thing, blah blah blah. There's been one club who I haven't met any fan who's had like been anything other than a knob, and that's Preston Northampton. Which is the match we have on Tuesday. The EFL Cup round 2 means nothing. You lose that one with your backups, and who really, really cares? But that one, I'll be watching the scoreboard because I just don't want us to end up losing that one.
See, do you separate it? I separate hating the fans from a certain team versus hating the team.
No, the fans are the team. Even it's the same with me with sports. Like geographically, I know it's a new rival for hockey as an example, the Seattle Kraken. There's not enough animosity from the fans, and so that it doesn't fire everything up. Like I despise the Edmonton Oilers predominantly because I hate the mindset of the Edmonton Oilers fans. Right? It's the same thing with I'm thinking Portsmouth, Peterborough, Posh. I hate them because of their fans, right?
See, I don't know. I hate certain players. Like, I hated what I liked the kind of idea of Notts County, but I hated the flopping style of was it Jody Jones? Was it?
Oh yes, Notts County.
Right. So, it was kind of, and I didn't care either way about the fans. There were certain fans who just talk a lot of nonsense and don't seem very pleasant. And then there are teams that I end up rooting for because every set of streamers that sponsor that club are just really nice and like fair in their analysis. They're not just, I hate Wrexham. Right. So, as far as that goes, yeah, I mean, I don't know. The fans do impact a little bit, but the players and their style, if they're cheap, if they're floppers, I hate that team. So
I've upset the Oilers fans there. And Steven, I've got your message up here. Parky will want to park the bus in the second half. It's what he does. I really hope that's a jinx.
I hope he doesn't. Yeah.
Oh. I've started a rivalry, a hockey related. For anybody who's just straight football and doesn't know the hockey rivalries, they'll be all confused. Should we jump into the stats while we have a chance here?
Yeah, up on the screen.
Up on the screen. 56% to 44% expected goals, 1.12. And I didn't look at the stats prior to the game, and I should have, to find out what our XG was, which was actually pretty damn good before we started. And audio on the replay is really annoying. Total shots, 7-4 for us. Shots on target, 4-1 for us. Big chances, 2-0 for us. It's an interesting one because does that pass the smell test for you? I know the last 15, 20 minutes that we held the balance of play, but it really felt like they carried it for the first, 20? 23? I don't know. I thought it was going to be closer than that in any event. I will take it.
So I would say it's shocking to see us have a greater than 1 XG in the first half. That's weird. And seeing 2 big chances in the first half is also pretty weird. And to see ball possession numbers favoring us over greater than 50%. Those 3 numbers kind of jump out at me as not typical for us. But I'm wondering if the emphasis on, how much money we threw up front and that talent, once it gets clicking, if we'll be more offensively focused or at least successfully offensive.
Yeah, I think for me, what I don't want to park the bus, but I do want to see that back line figure things out. The fact that Kluwerth and Longman and predominantly Longman coming back and covering defensively, that missed header opportunity will stand out there. And we've had a couple of questionable clearances as well. I will say this, Kluwerth has given credit, has been much better today. The fact that we've gone from maybe not in awe of his performances, but at least today it's been largely silent with respect to his performance, which I think when you're a defender, that's all right. Wow, haven't been blown away by Broadhead. He's had some mistakes on the final touches, but the magic of Broadhead, I think, is just his ability to control the ball and create from nothing. And I've seen enough to feel confident that that's going to improve and continue to find a value for us. Just watching.
W&G finally joined.
Hey, we were just talking about you, W&G, and was hoping, I thought maybe something had happened.
Yeah, but he's here now, so we can't talk about him anymore.
Oh, okay. We'll change the topic. No kidding, right? What a start of the match. Well, not the start of the match, but from the 20th minute on.
Kiefer Moore only has an 8.9 in FOTMOB. If he had made that header that you gave him a hard time about, he'd have that 10.
Well, what the hell's his problem? Oh, when so Wigan Athletic played today, by the way. Earlier on, Paul Mullen scored in the 88th minute to tie that one up against Rotherham, who have changed their logo. And I had no idea that they'd changed their logo. But that looks, that's actually now one of my favorite football logos. But I was looking that up because I wanted to see, somebody said that Mullen knocked Notts County out of the cup, and I was that in the first round? It was. And it was first. I didn't know that stat. So first round of the EFL Cup, Paul Mullen against Notts and Wigan Athletic against Notts County, and Mullen had the 10-minute penalty. I knew that he scored a pen. And you look at the stats, it's almost like Wigan was pulling a Wrexham, behind in possession, behind in shots, behind on shots on target, behind on passes, behind in pass accuracy, come out with the win. I don't know the answer to that question, but I have a source that can get that answer.
2, he has 2.
A 2, one off the penalty. There you go. Jason's got it. He won't be back. I wish him all the success and all the love, but he won't be back. Barring an absolute horrible run of injuries and otherwise. Just looking around the league really, really quick. Southampton 0-0. Preston North End up on Ipswich Town, I think fascinating, 1-0. Middlesbrough 2-0. I need to look at the etymology for Middlesbrough to find out how, like, is it geographically central and that's how it ended up getting its name? Like Northampton, Southampton, I can kind of get, but Middlesbrough just seems weird to be in North Yorkshire. Up near Newcastle. Yes, that is true. Mullen's first goal was a PK. Can't believe the player who used to play for Sheffield United would be a goal scorer for both goals against Sheffield Wednesday. The Blades and the Owls. The Steel City Derby goes a long way, right? That'd be a fun one to go to as a neutral. If there was a derby that you could get to. I'm trying to think, is there a better one than the one in Sheffield? Southampton Portsmouth, does that rate? I think I missed my predictions already, Des. I'm having a week of just straight, probably a month of just straight survival. let's just be honest. Long hours and trying to find time to spend with the Munchkins. Dave says, if Mullen goes on a great run, that'll just increase his value and likelihood for a transfer in January, not a return. Yeah, I'm exactly with Dave on that one. Yeah, I can see that one. John saying best derby maybe to go to Man U versus Man City. Yeah, certainly years past. I don't know. I just think because the lower leagues, the more passion, I just think the fans do have a different level of passion. I think that the Blades and the Owls would still trump that one for me. But who knows? So, Brandon, looking forward then into the second half, when do you think, are we at 65 minutes for subs? And at what point do we see Doyle Rules make his way into this one?
I don't know. Again, we're not exactly sure why they didn't have him in. So I'm not sure. Like, we also have a game coming up Tuesday, right? That they're going to be swapping the side out. I was thinking that if we got another goal in the first 15 minutes, that he might swap guys out to get them, minutes. But with the Tuesday game coming up,
It's not.
I think there's less of a chance of that. And I'm thinking he might want to go a little bit long with these guys, especially if they're keeping a clean sheet and, not rock the boat. So, yeah, I could see only a couple of subs, after the, 70th minute.
There's a good comment there from Sam that I never really thought about it until he said it, but this game could be Lee and Mendy's send-off.
I thought about putting them in. Yeah. I guess that could be, because he got playing minutes for a couple of guys. Might be their opportunity to show that they still work. It's easier to get rid of them with another team when they can see them playing.
Don Morgan, I'm going to call him Captain Morgan, clearly hitting the rum. I think Parky's going to break the mold today, go rogue, and have a 63rd minute instead of a 65th minute sub.
Way to go,
That's
Don.
crazy talk.
Whoa, calm down.
Like, I get it. It's 2-0. We're up. But we don't have to get out of control here, Don.
Don's been,
can we win? I don't. I'm not even going to say, like, I still haven't said the word yet, I don't think. But I'm trying to avoid every jinx, because if it goes south, then I'm going to have a whole bunch of hate, and I just don't have time for that.
Getting ready to start here.
Can there be a good derby in the MLS? I think it'd be fun to go to as a substitute. Like, I view the MLS as a substitute for good football. We're almost underway here. Wrexham going to go right to left towards the tech end. Sheffield Wednesday left to right towards the deconstructed.
Woody's calling for another goal.
Pile it on. I'm all for it. Fix that.
Yeah, we want to get that into that positive goal difference, right?
Yeah, it's early, but let's get into it. Stephen, time to park the bus. More. 9 yards out, right foot. Just sort of gave up possession with that one, but well, there you go.
Unintended. Yeah.
The Pox Doctor with the stats. So if all the games end as they are at halftime, Wrexham win 4-0. We move from 17th up to 15th because of our goal difference. We got to remember, too, the women are starting up not too far away. 2 weeks. And during the international window, so it'll be the only show in town.
Oh, at that point, will they finally start sharing information? They won't let us know who won, who scored goals, who was playing in their closed door stuff.
Are you talking about the Shrewsbury match? Because I didn't even hear that there was going to be a game against Shrewsbury, but it came out on Twitter that they're playing.
That's what I'm saying. They're being very secretive. They're not
secretive about it. Yeah. And Shrewsbury is offering tickets. I don't know. It just seems it's weird. Thanks, Dave, for the shout. Subscribe is down below. We're here for every watch long. I'd love to do more, but it's just not going to happen. Oh, opportunity here. All more just too far over top of his head. Great little header from O'Brien for 45 yards out in the build-up. Flipped it over top, split the defenders, but the ball just rolled a little too heavy for Moore to get over there. Part of that was ball too heavy. Part of that was Moore turning with the shoulder going left and
Coventry's going to have to invoke the slaughter rule. 6-0 over QPR.
Little League World Series. And if you're up by more than 5-0 at the 65th minute, we'll just call the game. Right? Does that make sense?
6-0.
Where is QPR in the standings? They've got a draw. Coventry. Huh.
They looked not that hot in some of their other games, so.
No mercy, full in soccer. Other than calling it football, I'm with you there. More with it. He had Brunt on the run forward, and that would have been fun to see. Brunt streaking in on a breakaway opportunity, but instead it's Longman looking for the cross. Can't get it past. Did they have a sub? That looked like a number 4 to me, and I don't see a number 4. But I don't see that a sub came in either. Or is Fusire on the bench? Or am I seeing things?
I'm not sure.
I might be seeing things. Dobson with it. Approaching the halfway line. Draws it over. Collected by Broadhead. McLean on a run. Dances around 1. Dances around 2. Towards the middle of the pitch. Has got Longman over on the right-hand side. 18 yards out. Dancing. Taking on his man. Low. Out there. Instead it's James. Chip up. Headed down, but knocked down right to O'Brien. Flicks it over to Moore. And he lifts it over top.
Yeah, John Lane calling out a good defensive recovery by Max there. He hasn't been doing too many great things this season, and that was nice. So
they're trying to get more of the hat trick, and that one was a little bit too egregious.
I'd like to get up 3-0 before you start forcing that.
I think O'Brien should have just had that crack. He had the lane, but instead, as soon as the ball landed and settled for him, he just flicked it over to Moore, and the only thing Moore could do was try and chip up and down. And he got the up. He didn't get the down. Well, they're talking about Mark's talking about on the broadcast the gold jerseys here. By the way, if you don't have one and you want 25 quid for these ones, and until Monday, all profits from purchasing these will go towards the Sheffield Wednesday Supporters Trust. See, they showed a section there, and it's all gold and black. That's the quiet section.
Yeah, they don't get to dress themselves. No choice.
Right-hand side, Palmer. Their setup, did they swap low over to the other side? Giveaway, 18-yard box, opportunity here. Dobson takes a jersey pull, keeps on going, left-footed, smashed and blocked. And you have the audacity, Low, to come up and complain about that when you reach back and grab Dobson's jersey and get shrugged off? Was he screaming at other players for the giveaway?
Someone yelled at him like, "You suck," and he's like, "Come on, I tried to grab him."
If you're going to foul him harder. Throw in from the opposite side. Dobson, nice little flick. He's looked good today. He's looked spry. Even that one with he ends up ultimately losing the ball there to Ingleson, but
this was one of the things that everyone knows. Like, once you have better talent, you have to raise your game, right? Like, bringing in these better players is forcing guys that you were thinking are going to be our subs to play better.
Yeah, Matty James with the nick there. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen Dobson look to offensively create like that. Like, he flicked that ball up with his right foot and chased it on and rolled off the man trying to get to it.
Well, I liked his decision to take that blast earlier that ended up working out as a goal.
Steven, Dobson has the exact right amount of product in his hair today. Heavy touch. We smash it. It hits the defender who's lying on the deck and rolls off. Ooh, that's a foul. Nothing given. Playing advantage? Interesting. I thought O'Brien pulled down Ugbo, but it doesn't matter. Oh, Ugbo! Too slow. Doing Ugbo things. He looks great everywhere except for inside the box.
Good save by Brunt. He tried to steal it, missed, and then got back and stopped that, which was nice.
That was back-to-back plays where loose ball just happens to land perfectly on an Owl player's foot. Like, that was Bannon accidentally on purpose on the deck directing that to Ugbo. And then earlier on, we get a great challenge in, ball pushed forward 6 feet, gets over and knocks the ball, and it perfectly hits the angle of the defender on the deck to spin off to another Sheffield Wednesday player. Well, that's a dangerous one. Left-footed, blocked. Who is that? Dobson. Superman there flying through. Did you see when he came out of nowhere?
Yeah, shot out of a cannon.
Came in like a wrecking ball. Just throws himself in front of it out of nowhere. How far back out of the play was he when he's like, I got to get around the man? Oof. Or was it Brunt? I thought it was Brunt came around the one side. And
no, it was James and Dobson.
Oh, Deandra's stress is increasing. Banning, left-footed out swinger towards the area and knocked down. Brunt gets it forward, broad head, and it spun off of him over to the left-hand side. Bannon slaps that one in. Kluwerth headed away. Thank you, Max.
Yeah, he did. I like how he didn't get muscled out of that one.
Yeah, he hung in there. Note to self, Sean sings when he's tired. So you hear me a lot in the morning. Brandon, where's the graphic of Sean riding a wrecking ball? No.
Yeah.
No.
That's cruel and unusual punishment for the rest of the ward.
I don't think anybody needs that as imagery. Uh-oh. Whoa. Any other striker, that goes in, but fortunately, Ike Ugbo.
Yeah, again, Longman whooped on the edge.
He did get whooped on the edge there by Ingleson, who then pushes it forward, and Brunt there with Ugbo, and Ugbo tries to just get enough of it to go short side. I'm not encouraging this sort of behavior.
I can AI that thing.
Longman, nice little ball up over top, broadhead. You got to keep that in. Thank you, sir. You got McLean on your left. He's going to... Got to do better than that. I mean, to be fair, that would have been a worldly pass, but I was just thinking that broadhead, take a breath is exactly what it should have been. Just settle down. Had McLean on his left, I don't think that was the option. I think possession to the right was. Instead, he curls over to the right, has possession, says, screw it, I'm going to take a long pass and try and hit the Hail Mary. Doesn't land. Although if he had hit it, we would have been screaming his praises for goal of the year, or pass of the year anyway. Valerie. Number 7. They keep moving. I'm trying to figure out between Lowe and Yorfa who's on that left-hand side as they've been rotating them over. Stettler, Alberta, Canada, making the announcement, the broadcast announcement from Mark Griffiths. Nothing in Stettler but the RV shop. Where did Lowe go? Is he up front now? Oh, Brian almost had the nick off of Ingleson. Does get the nick off of Ingleson, but it's going to roll over to Valerie. Over on the left-hand side, he gets it up to Bannon. So did they move Lowe all the way up? Oh, he is on the... No. If you see number 3 on the pitch for Sheffield, let me know where he's at. I've lost him. McLean, bad pass, just gives that one away to Ingleson, and it's controlled easily there by McNeil, who, that's the first time I've said that kid's name the entire day. Matty James, opportunity on a breakout. Kiefer Moore to the left. He's got Broadhead and Cody on the right. Moore with it, dancing all by himself over on the left wing, and just gets nicked.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He didn't have a lot of options.
Someone needs to tell Mark that Stettler isn't exotic. No, it is not. I don't think you could get less exotic than Stettler, Alberta. Subs are up. People moving. Kiefer Moore taking a break on the ground. I just saw Sam Smith. I think that it could have been Elliot Lee. 28 or 38. I just saw the shorts.
Yeah, there's no need to get more hurt. Yank him.
Sam Smith, we're warming up. He's fine. He's fine. This is just a breather. Steven, you are living this jinx business. Broke his ankle.
Yeah, I'd like to see them take him out. I want to see Hardy anyway.
Southampton hasn't scored yet. Did you watch the Derby Bristol City game yesterday, Brennan? While we're waiting with the more injury?
No, I only got to watch the highlights of it.
Oh, it was a fascinating one because Derby County smashed the crap out of them for the whole, I thought, first 30 minutes of the game, and then it just flipped the switch on it. And anyway, 1-1. It's the one thing I like about having DAZN is it's just more games to be able to watch. But so more off. There he is. Low. He's in the back line now. McLean with it. Back to Brunt. Pushes on. Long ball through to the right-hand side. Can't get it forward to Broadhead, and it's knocked back down. Stettler was mentioned because somebody had tweeted or done the hashtag Ask Wrexham thing, and so it got picked up by Mr. Griffiths on the air. Just when I say it, Southampton 0, Stoke 1. James with it, left-hand side. I am embracing this build-up. Like we're a multifaceted attacking team now. We because we will look to build through the ground when it's available. We'll take the long balls when they're available. Great tackle by Brunt, but instead it's Ugbo who grabs and pushes it forward. Calamarteri, well done by Cody to come back and steal it, but it's still loose ball. Ugbo misses. I'm starting to see why Ugbo didn't make the Canadian national team. I said it at the start. He has all of the tools, but not the toolbox. Like you watch him and he's like the definition of a training pitch footballer. He will do all sorts of magic, crazy things. Your pace, you're like, this guy's just sexy. And then you get him in and around the box and it's bleh, which I'm great. I'm great with it today. But he's wide open there. He looks quite raw. He's 26. He's not supposed to be raw anymore. So he's been passed. He's not going to be in our World Cup squad, I'm sure. And Gabalak, how are you? Hope Honduras is amazing. My hubby graduated high school in Stettler and called it the Twilight Zone. I can get it. I went to family reunions in Killam, Alberta, which is what, 20 or 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes away, I guess, over and up. And I always felt like it needed to have its own banjo Wednesday with the shout here.
I wasn't watching the pregame. Did the big banner come in? Did they get on TV?
I didn't see it, but the Wrexham fans have joined in on the Sheffield Wednesday chants. Oh, that's awesome. Mark just saying that there was a fan who was saying that there was Ogbo with it, draws it back, and it's a bad pass, and it's Dobson grabs it and kicks it forward. Moore being hugged and held, and the referee says, no, you got to play through that, Kiefer. Fuck. Put that one on Kiefer Moore. Well, 2-1. That pisses me off. Because he gave up on that because he felt an injustice has been done. Play through it. I'm making the sub right now. If I'm Parky, yes, you've scored 2 goals. You've had an amazing game, but you quit, and that quit caused the goal.
I don't know how much he's hurt though. Like he.
Well, he needs to have the message that like they didn't no substitute. God. I take the opportunity both because it preserves him from injury and it sends a message. You can't put the quid on. McNeely, here comes Sheffield Wednesday now with all the spark. Bannon. Can't get it. Left-hand side. Ingleson looking. Bannon back at it. 20 yards away. Left foot. Chip up over top. McLean heads it. O'Brien helps it on. And Moore, he can't come back. If he's out, then pull him off the fucking pitch. Because either that was lazy coming back or he's hurt. Either way. Cleworth gets it forward. O'Brien can't get to it. Bannon serves it back into the box. I'm married to a Yorkshire lass. I don't know what banter is. No, Ben. No, Ben. I don't know. You've got Smith up. He's warm because you've had him up for 2 minutes. Oh, you know what it is? You had to wait for the 65th minute. There it is. So the sub can now come in. McLean trying to collect this one. Brunt, long ball up over top. Nothing in it. Knocked down. See more spry there on the run. I don't like that. I don't like this at all. Because he had a whole bunch of giddy up to go on that offensive opportunity. And here they come. Opportunity. Max frickin' Cleworth. That gorgeous tackle. Because if you haul him down and that's a penalty, that's not a penalty. That'd be a free kick from 20 yards out. If you miss the tackle, that's a breakaway and a free clear all the way through. Max Cleworth, you gorgeous, gorgeous kid. Parky, do a thing, man. Finally. I'm with you, Nathan. Need to get a substitution in. Max points, earning his spot. Holy crap, 7-0. Deandra beats the Caps. Philip John Parkinson. You know you're in trouble when the middle name gets thrown in. Wednesday, come again. Bannon. Drawn back. Bannon. Chip up over top. It's all there. It's available. Oh, fucking somebody clear the damn thing. Danger, knockdown. Ugbo, knockdown, clear. Ugbo again, knockdown, clear. Clueworth knocks it out. Up forward again, knocks it. Still in the box. Somebody knock the ball down to the fucking box. Bannon all the way over to the right-hand side. Right footer. And it's up over top. Jesus Christ.
Need to kill this momentum. Get subs in.
What is... Somebody get hurt and lay on the ground, and when he gets up, we get a sub. Do something. Like Matty James smashes it off at Dobson's face. Ugbo does Ugbo things. Brunt smashes it off of Clueworth. Clueworth can't get it down. And then it knocks... Max slaps it off of Ingleson.
Yeah, Broadhead was barely moving around out there anyway, so Smith coming in is good.
That's the graphic. They put the score up. Coventry 7, QPR 0. It just showed up on the screen. Smith is on, and he didn't come in for more?
No, Broadhead, you should have seen Broadhead slacking. He was bad.
I was too busy watching more slacking. Oh, into Ugbo. Ugbo right-footed! If it was any other striker but Ike Ugbo, and I shouldn't say this, but this tells you I'm not a homer for Canadian internationals.
Yes, you are.
I still think Schaffelberg would have been a nice addition to the club and better than Kakache. Bold, yes, but I still believe that. And cheaper. 2 years older, so maybe that's the difference. But they're all slugging. Yeah, but can you pull Brunt out? I guess, yeah, you've got Doyle. Where's Doyle? Now, do you trust Doyle to come in a 2-1 game where you may not know the system well and have a bit of a lapse? It's all Wednesday, all the time. And now I want chicken wings. It's Canada on Canada crime. Give the video a like for the algorithm and to change the momentum here. God damn it. Bannon pushes it forward. McNeil with it. Middle of the pitch, 35 yards out. Finds Lowe over to the left-hand side. And why is it so cold in here all of a sudden as he gets it across? More. That's better. That's better. I will take that. Do you think? I think I could outscore Ugbo. To be fair, Wednesday.
It seems like defenders' plans against Moore are he's bigger than me, so I'm just going to cozy up to him and fall down.
Yes. He's going to have, or he'll just have to, Moore will just have to piggyback me because I'm going to jump all over him. What?
That was weak.
Wow. Could you imagine being a Steven and half the horde drops into town after playing together? Palmer, 25 yards out. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. McNeil with it's going to go out for a goal kick.
I don't know what it was, but it looked like it was off Brunt. Yeah, it looked like it went off his toe.
Watching the replay. Yeah, I did hit his toe. I need more caffeine. Or something else. Brunt had to know that he should have played that. Left-footed. Olympico dangerous. Ward had to almost straight in with the left-footed curler from Bannon. Danny Ward had to get over there and knock that one away. I'll tell you what, this is starting to lean the wrong way. And we got a lot, 18 minutes and added time.
We need a momentum swing.
Man, I don't think I've seen one curl around the near post from the corner. Like, that's impressive as all hell from Bannon. Far less rubble in the cop. Here it is, left-footed in-swinger, dangerous, headed up, cleared out, and then shot to the moon by Catamaran Terry.
Thanks, Jeannie.
Thank you, Jeannie. Very, 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 very much appreciate that. He's not, you know what, Stephen, I'll actually say there's legitimacy to that. I don't know if you're joking now or being sarcastic, but this is prime time, 65th minute to 75th minute. You're under pressure. You weaponize the subs, which he brought Smith in, but somebody in red too should lay on the ground a little bit, something to just calm things down. Moore knocks it over. O'Brien almost had the steal, but instead, and now we were just resigned to parking the bus. It is gonna be one of those days. Can I bring out the toque for a hold? It feels improper. Brunt, well done by him.
What? What's that bullshit?
What is going on?
This referee's just made himself like the third team in the game.
I'm just going to leave it. I'm searching for more numbers. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I don't even want to watch the damn screen. Cody, stay down. Stay down for a little bit. Do I need to go get the kid? Oh, I just stepped on the top of his boot. Did you see that new rule that they're using in the Prem? If the keeper keeps it for longer than 8 seconds and it goes for a corner?
I like that.
I loved it. Oh, here they come again because we're just parking the bus. Brunt. Out on McNeil. Oh, fuck. Oh, we're lucky. Ingleson, I thought that was in for sure. Ingleson had it over on the right-hand side, got the cross, and I don't know if that was Cody who got his head on it. Well, the problem is we're just, there's no push forward. We're just, and the thing is that they don't have the bench to be able to come out and have an answer. And so weaponize the bench. Cross over top, misses Ugbo. And everybody's on hold as we're just watching the clock tick and crossing our fingers with our butt puckered, hoping this thing finds its way to a positive conclusion.
Stoke has a red card, and they're up 1 over Southampton.
Well, unfortunately for us, Ugbo's coming out.
Yeah, here comes Hardy, finally. Little speed.
Well, George, they had to bring in somebody because Ugbo's had how many opportunities and hasn't done anything. Oh, I'll take a 2-1 win
Uh,
at this point in time.
no, Deagle called it 3-1.
What the hell is happening? I feel like I'm under attack in here. James with it. Clueworth collects it. Otherwise, we have Sean giving up after 20 just to have a come from behind finish and keep us believing we don't play a full 90. Yeah. Sharky's calling for 4-1. Let's not. Do we have to talk about the Charlton game? That's the jinx of all jinxes, Andy. We're fine. We're fine. Well done, O'Brien, stealing that one, trying to get it past Bannon. Instead, he's going to lay it up for McLean. Searching for Smith. He gets around the defender. He's going to go and grab it. And how is he offside? There's no way. He came to... Well, the announcer agrees. I'm going to have to... I thought he timed that perfect. Play the replay.
Andy was talking about the Charlton game. I watched them play too. They looked very good.
What's going on and why my room
I
is
agree with you,
vibrating
Andy.
consistently. Keep it focused on our game. I have no bandwidth right now. The emotional bandwidth. Palmer for the Owls with control, draws it back. Valerie swings it back to Horvath. 11 minutes. What are we thinking? It should probably be only 2 or 3 minutes for added time. Ooh, that's a foul. Whoopsie by McLean. Danny Ward goes and grabs and collects. Goal kick anyway. Jamal Lowe and Ryan Lowe. Okay. We'll try and keep that straight. Jamal Lowe up front, Ryan Lowe in the back, and more subs from Wednesday. Take your time with the subs, please. What do you think for added time? 4 minutes?
I don't think Mo was even down that much. I mean,
No, I don't think it will, but it tends to be the second half. Add more time than's necessary.
I don't know. I mean, I think 3 is fine, but I think 4 is a little much, but
yeah, Hardy came in and took off Low, so we've changed up front, haven't changed anywhere else.
yeah, Smith and Hardy in.
Yeah, Smith and Hardy in. And they brought in Jamal Lowe up front to replace Ike Ugbo, and they've got another sub lined up. I'll take a sub. I'll take a goal from our subs. You know what? I want to see Doyle. But also in a 9-minute game when we're parking the bus and under siege, maybe not. As here it comes over. That's Jamal Lowe with the opportunity, right-hand side. Catamar Terry sweeps it and scores. You knew it was coming. Sheffield Wednesday, 2-2. Back. I must have unplugged you in my anger.
I think that's Cody.
I don't know. I don't even know. Like Cody's right there. Like the reality is that's just piss poor team defense. You let a team come at you in waves. You don't manage the game if you're Parky. We'll get there. Oh, I still have nothing but optimism in the sense that we've got the players and the tools that are here. And it's just you change over 10 people, you're going to end up with some warts. There will be frustration and anger for sure, but we'll be good. Oh, God, it's frustrating. Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. Parky fecked up. We're missing Fletcher in the last 10 minutes of almost every game. There's truth to that. I can't deny that. Oh, God. Better than 10th, Ben. Well, no. Yeah, I think we still got a line for 6. I will take 21st. Hardy all by himself, right-hand side, looking for a cross. Beats a man, doesn't beat a man. Gets chopped away the other way.
Yeah, I think you got to take Longman out, sub in Barney.
Brunt all the way through the middle of the pitch with Longman taking on Ingleson. And it hits. Come on. There is. It's still a frustrating Wednesday fan vaping ball by him. Hardy misses that one, flicked up over top. O'Brien can't get to the ball. It's starting to look like U7 football where everybody's swinging at the football and nobody's making contact with it. No, Ollie's not on the bench. God. Palmer down the line, another throw in for, and now Wednesday's happy to take its point. The game is slowed down. Valerie, Bannon, Valerie. Hardy can't chase it down. Left-hand side, Ingleson. That sub to take off Ugbo screwed us. Everything went magic as soon as he came off. Where and when did we fall apart? 55th minute when we decided that we weren't going to move the ball forward, and then Parky sat and did nothing about it. It sucks to say, and this is the part that I don't like, is I haven't seen a very rarely, have never seen, but it's very rare to see a Wrexham team just get outworked. And we've been outworked. And I give a lot of credit to Kiefer Moore for having himself an amazing game, but I also put a large portion and large measure on this, in that first goal, the one that gave Wednesday all their momentum in a 2-1 game and started to push forward, was created because of his laziness. Middle of the pitch, decided, I'm not going to put the effort in. Instead, I'm going to raise my hands up and stand here looking for a call. It didn't play through, and when the ball went the other way, it was 2 passes from the center of the pitch, and it's in the back of the net. Longman.
That's the second cross that's way too low. It can't get to anybody like that.
And well, low and short. There was nobody at the near post.
There's nobody. He's not crossing it right.
O'Brien, left-footed in swinger, 87th minute, 88th minute. That's a dangerous one. I like those ones. That's a great corner from O'Brien. Maybe a little bit added height would have been nice. Longman, he's going far post. McLean, Horvath goes out and collect.
Time wasting. He realizes it's his own guy.
It's the joys of being in the competitive division, right, Dave? I mean, the reality is you need to go on a run at some point in time. But eke out points. The problem is this is, if this was on the road, I'd be happy walking away from an away game with a 1-1 draw, even against Wednesday. The fact that this is at home, though, and the manner in which this game has come to this result so far is frustrating. This is more giveth, more taketh away. But ain't it fun, Suede? Pissing me off. They're ruining my day, but uh-oh. Deflection. They're going to get a corner there. Yeah, it's 55th minute on. Just kind of all went downhill in a hurry. It was 38th minute against Southampton. We came out and looked great in the 38th up until the 38th minute, and then it all went to hell. Charles, the thing about it today is it's not just the back line. Like the West Brom game, the Southampton game, that was all back line. Left-footed out swinger going far post, nobody there but Sam Smith, who heads it on. McLean's going to get it, and he's just going to thump it down. Somebody's got to scream at him that he's got some time, because he could have settled that down. Because I would have much loved to have the possession there. Danny Ward's got it. Move forward! Four minutes of added time. McLean with it, looking, left-footed, cross, far post. Can't get up there. Sam Smith. You got to call that. Catamarteri all over Brunt. Kluwerth has it. Right-hand side. Let's do something, please. Rescue this. Dobson, Hardy, draws it back. Dobson again, searching. Flicks it over to O'Brien. Center of the pitch, 20 yards out. Looking for options. Doesn't have it, so he gets it to McLean. 9 yards out. Do a thing. Right foot, cross. Too low, sir. Too low, but it comes out free. Kluwerth, smash that thing, kid. Instead, gets it out to Longman. 9 yards out. Cross, far post. Sam Smith up in the air, headed around. Going to be a corner. Come on, boys. Going to be an O'Brien right-footed in-swinger.
O'Bannon was huge today.
Yeah. That touch map is crazy. I don't know what he has why he has a problem with the right quadrant, but he was everywhere. Here it comes. Right foot, left footed, in swinger. Kluworth couldn't get up there, had his jerseys. Did you see how his collar was down around the middle of his back? Longman pushing it forward, headed away. Grab that thing again and thump it forward, Dobble. Switch to the left-hand side. Dangerous pass. McLean leaves it. Well done. Brunt runs across. I don't like that pass, but it lands well for Kluworth, who's going to knock it back. Come on, boys. Longman, nice pass. Cross. Sam Smith, McLean, and my ball, your ball, my ball, nobody's ball, and it goes out for a goal kick. Why do I let a Welsh football club hurt my emotions and impact me physically and mentally like this?
Yeah.
Why?
Get off the goddamn pitch. Game's almost over. Or I'm adding 3 more minutes to the game. Now it looks fine. Yeah.
Oh. "90 seconds more. Wrexham fans are leaving, so you know what that means. Late magic." Throw in for us. Grab that thing and go. Maka leaves it for Brunt. Throw down the line. McLean keeps it in, gives it away. Oh, I would have done the push there from Longman, but instead it's all the way back. Cody flipped that going the other way. Kluworth with space. Kluworth searching, draws it up. Dobbo, pass. I could read that from here. Ooh, that's a lot of faith. Danny Ward just ends up thumping that one all the way down the middle of the pitch. It's there, bouncing around. Always delicious and wonderful when it hits the ground because you don't know where that bounce is going to get it. It's scrambled. Everybody's chasing after it. Longman with it, right-hand side. You got to do it. Oh, he's pulled down! Not called! I'd love to see that on the replay as to how much that was a flop and how much it wasn't. Tanger the other way. 4-on-2. Oh, God, this is not going to go well. Oh, Danny Ward! Rescues a point and you can put it on the board. Holy cow.
I don't know. I think that guy just shit himself.
McNeil just, well, he basically hit Danny Ward in the shoulder. Thank you for that. Oh, God. Can I see that pull down in the box?
I want to see that replay. Did the ref screw us?
I'm waiting. I mean, it was one of those. If I was to call that's live, that's a 64. Like that's one that you could have called a pen and there would have been justification for it. But 60% of the time, 70% of the time, not giving it. Oh,
Yeah, they didn't show it on
the manager, but
Paramount. So
A real championship player would have buried that and we would have lost. There's something to be said for that.
yeah, I mean, Ward came out, but he was dead to rights, and that the only way he stops that is if they hit it off him, which they did.
I mean, you can't say that this isn't fun. I mean, I think I'm losing years off of my life. But you can't say this isn't fun. It's we're not in last. We got points. It sucks that we only got one. Kiefer Moore had himself a hell of a first half and a lazy man second. There has to be something that needs to be done, and whether that is Parky figuring out how to manage things better, or the players not just shelling up, but this decision, election, laziness plan. I want to know where it comes from. The whole we're going to shell up and just park the bus. Because you saw as soon as they scored that second goal, it opens up and we're back at it again, right? And the giddy up is there, and we're getting opportunities. And so why in the hell can't we continue to do that?
Yeah, just sub earlier. Like, we saw it.
Sub earlier. We only subbed like up front. We didn't bring in.
More should have been gone. Broadhead was really slacking. I mean, like those guys should have been yanked earlier.
Yes, and I don't care if it's Elliott or if it's Harry Ashfield who come in. I don't care if it's Barney probably should have come in the 78th minute to give 12 minutes of busting his ass down the right side. Because I'll say this, you and I have a lot of friendly disagreements about Barney versus Longman, but Barney fresh is better than Longman at 75th minute, and Longman fresh is better than Barney after 75 minutes. And so that should just be standard.
He had missed enough crosses, and he had got beat defensively enough today to easily bring in Barney. Like,
I don't even if he hadn't, and I'm not saying I agree with you, but even if he hadn't, even if he had the perfect game, or Barney had the perfect game at the 70th minute, 80th minute, 75th minute, you pull them in. And it was more desperately needed, I think, because that's your third window to bring in people, slow the game down, get the message across. We're still going to push. We're going to do things. This is what you've got to do. Potentially give the guys up front, like Moore, who gave up on that first goal, an opportunity to catch a little bit of wind, right? And so I'm not going to scream Parky out, but I can still raise a finger in the air and give piss off Parky, and that's where I'm at right now. Is I don't think you'll ever probably hear me say Parky out, but you'll hear me say piss off. I do expect them to be able to defend a 2-0 lead, even if we're only 3 weeks in. And that's the Deandra just sums up the game right there. Man of the match. I didn't put that one up there. So let's put this one down. He didn't get his Hattie. In good conscience, I can't give it to the man because, yes, he scored 2. But he also had a crapper.
Preston beat Ipswich, by the way.
Yeah, that's fascinating. That's going to be an interesting game on Tuesday. I wish I could watch it. I've got to put more in because he had it. Who else had decent games? Can I put Danny Ward on there? You know what? I was impressed by Brunt today. Anybody else catch your
Dobson and O'Brien were playing hard.
Okay, we'll put all of them up there, and you guys can have the vote on who it is. Out of protest, I can't vote for Moore. 2 goals, and I just think he cost us gave us the 2 points and the 3 points and took away 2 points. Stop buzzing. So Brendan, you sum that up in a nutshell.
Third missed opportunity.
Yeah. You think we had a real opportunity in the Southampton one?
Yes. What?
Second for sure. The third one.
We gave up 2 goals in.
Fair enough. The loss. I get it. It felt like that one was coming more than this one. This one looks like it was given to us. Do you know what I mean? Like the other one.
We could have lied on the ground and just killed time. we could have brought Arthur in to kick it out of bounds. You know, like
that was Ren. Was that a tune? That's my wake up. That's the new. I'll push the Welsh singer. If you haven't watched Ren, go and check out his stuff. Hi Ren, For Joe, Money Game, the tale of Jenny and Screech. His new one that just came out, Self Portrait. I will push Welsh culture on anybody who wants to hear it, and so yeah, go and do that. Broadhead, and if you were to give the not man of the match SMP, I think you'd have to. I think
he pissed away opportunities. He wasn't hustling. He's non-factor.
Yeah, I think you'd give it to Broadhead, and the other takeaway I can give is exactly what Swirly just said right there. Is Cleworth played better today? I was not panicked, concerned that perhaps the championship, because of his positioning, which was Cleworth's strengths, it just seemed completely off guard, like out of it, that maybe this different level was just going to be too much for Max. Not the case. He had that gorgeous tackle coming back. He was, and positionally, he was there the whole time. He had one little mix up there, but I blame that on Longman, because Cleworth was in the right position. The ball tracking down on the left-hand side, everybody from the back three slides over to the left, so he's more in a center position. He needs Longman to take somebody off the back post, and Longman didn't. But other than that, Dave's in the lounge to chat. We didn't bring it in, Dave, because we had a tech glitch that Brendan and I are going to have to figure out here when we went live. So we'll have to do that the next time. I don't know what to do. Take the point, move us out from zero. What are we in? 19th? Tied with Sheffield Wednesday Derby for 19th overall with QPR, Oxford United, and Sheffield. See, when people end up saying that we're straight up and straight down, I just can't see it, because I look at, QPR is a bit of a surprise. Derby, I thought they were going to be better last year, and they're proving to have the same sort of plague. Sheffield United, I don't get that. 0-3.
Yeah, but we're surrounded by Ipswich and Norwich. I can't believe both of those aren't going to be in the top 10.
There's lots of runway in this thing. What fuck? What a pisser. That's my summary of the game. What a pisser.
I will be here Tuesday.
If the plan for Parky is to sit back on a 2-0 lead, then we're going to get found out. I can't see it, but I'm stoked over the long-term potential of this team. And Dave, it's true, right? You've got Foster who's going to come in. Here's the thing, or Foster. Doyle is going to come in. The question that I have for him is he's clearly a left back. And so that's Brunt gone. Him in, Cody in the middle, and Cleworth on the right. Unless somebody can play on the right. And do they rotate through sort of thing? It's going to be interesting to see. I guess that means Scar's probably on the way out. Man, it's going to be freaking fascinating to see the end of this thing as to where everybody ends up going. Deandra is exactly right. I don't think criticism is fair weather fanhood. I think supporting your team after 3-week season is fair weather fans. Let's just say this. I think everybody has the right to have a rip, but I also get the happy clappers. You do you, and I get both angles, right? Sort of what Deandra's saying, and I get both perspectives. You can do the joy, you can do the pisser thing. For me, I'm trying to curb my pessimism with Dave's language as to how positive things could be here, right? Santiago, there you go. Sorry, I didn't get it to you before. Man.
I'm not excited, but I'm not all that unhappy either. At least we didn't lose it.
It's still going to take some time here for everything to figure out. And the benefit is we get a Tuesday game to put out some of the other lads to have a run out and have a look at what they can do. Millwall, QPR, and Norwich City coming up. And you look at that, Millwall sitting at 8th. That one's Norwich and QPR are going to be interesting because those are two teams that have had slow starts out of the gate, right? You would expect more from Norwich, but they are where they are, and so the season is going to bleed interesting outcomes all the way through.
Ghostface is warning us about Preston. How hot they are. So hopefully they won't be on Tuesday.
Oh, and I got a crier. Uh-oh. Did you get a bop from your brother? All right, I might have to go do some parenting. Is Mama asleep? Okay. Okay, I'll be right there. So we're going to wrap this one up so that I can go do the dad thing. We're going to be here Tuesday.
Get my water.
You can go get your water.
Not for my friend.
Well, your feet are hurting. You need dad to do it. I will see everybody. Well, I probably won't see you Tuesday. Brendan's going to be here for the Preston North End game. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to catch it, but we'll see how that one goes. I will be here next week. Deandra's taking over. Much love and happiness, Santiago, Dave, Deandra, everybody that was here. I'm going to have to go through the thing. Woody, the whole thing. Much love and happiness. I've got a little brother who took a pop from a big brother, and so I've got to go in there and dole out some consequences. So
I think I got blood.
You think you got blood? I don't see any blood. You're okay, but I'll go help you.
I see blood.
Okay. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for joining. Like button before you leave if you haven't hit it already, and I'll catch you later.